Good morning. It's turned out nice again. How's it going, guys? You all right? Well, I don't know. I feel like I've been on lash, mate. Honestly, my eyes sore today. I don't know why. I don't know what that's all about. It's probably reading all this shite on mobile phones all the time, you know. How you doing? I hope you're all right. What we're going to be talking about today, then? Well, another day, another Saudi link. More speculation concerning the Saudi Pro League and Liverpool players yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I genuinely can't remember. We were talking about Mo Salah as Fabrizio Romano was shouting fucking ball. Yeah, do you know what I mean? We're talking about that. Now it's Alisson's turn. And the original article or claims, speculation, guff, originates from the Mirror newspaper in England. Oh, I'm sure you all know that. And the article is written or penned by Darren Lewis, who is the assistant. I won't pay any attention to Darren Lewis concerning Liverpool Football Club. If that had said Dave Maddock, I'd have been like, oh, hello, what's Dave got to say? Do you know what I mean? So we'll take a look at it. And it says, Alisson targeted for Sadio Mane reunion as Saudi chiefs use Roberto Firmino tactic. All right. Alisson is the fourth Liverpool star in the crosshairs of the cash-rich Pro League after successful raids for ex-Reds Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Roberto Firmino with jaw-dropping contracts. Remy, my rescue dog's having a little mooch around at the moment. Excuse me, get the fuck down, I'll kill you. Thank you. He looks at me and says, no you won't, you love me. I do love you, but you're getting right on my fucking nerves. Right. What's it say? Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson has been targeted by Saudi club Al Nasr. The 30-year-old Brazilian is the fourth Anfield start in the crosshairs of the cash-rich Pro League after successful raids for Henderson, Fabinho, Firmino, blah, blah, blah. Another ex-Red, Sadio Mane, is already at Al Nasr, while Cristiano Ronaldo linked up with the club, as Rafa Benitez would say, for sure, the last season following his fallout with Manchester United. Now, I want you to pay attention to the next paragraph. Liverpool have not had any bids or approaches for their Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup and League Cup winning keeper. He continues to be not for sale, nor has Alisson expressed any desire to them to leave. Sorry. I haven't read this article, by the way. This is the very first time I'm reading it, but I did see that. I got as far as that in when I glanced at it earlier. And I think this is classic idle speculation. I do. You read these articles and you've got to decide. First of all, you like what the publication is. Second, who the journalist is. Do they have any connections with Liverpool Football Club, etc., etc., etc. Right? And also, as I always say to you, like, why am I reading it? Do you know what I mean? So, but I wouldn't ask that question if it was Darren Lewis writing this article. If this was one of the clique, the Liverpool FC clique of journalists, you know, that toe the line, that they're all on the same page, everyone's got the same opinion, etc., etc., and they're all clinging to the fucking jobs so they don't upset anyone. If it was one of them, I'd be thinking, why am I reading this? You know, who's leaking it? Who wants me to know about it, etc., etc. With this, I wouldn't do that. And just to clarify something, I don't include Paul Joyce or Fabrizio Romano. You know, I know a lot of people follow him and like to see what he's got to say. Or David Ornstein. I don't include them in the Liverpool clique of journalists. First of all, Romano covers multiple clubs, as you know. Ornstein does as well. Joyce is more like the Liverpool main man, isn't he? Although, you know, not everything he says comes to fruition, but we have to understand that things change in football and that what he puts out is being given to him. So that's when I always think, like, why am I reading this? So if Joyce does an article or Ornstein does an article, the first thing I think is, who said that to them, to him or whatever? Who said that? Why did they say it? Who does it benefit? That's a really important one. Who does it benefit? So in this instance, I don't think that about this journalist. But this is, in my opinion, for what it's fucking worth, this is just like something any of us could do, right? So this, and I think a lot of journalists do this. Darren Lewis is taken a bit more seriously in the football industry, I think. And I'm not saying he's deliberately misleading anyone here, and maybe someone out in that region has had a word in his ear. Who knows? But when the disclaimers come immediately, which is that paragraph, it always makes you think, yeah, there's your get out straight away. So let's think about it. He's making this big claim about, you know, one of Liverpool's best players. I mean, some might even say he is our best player. I don't know. I guess most people would go with Mo Salah. I'm not going to shout his name like Fabrizio Romano would. But, you know, that's because people are attracted to the flair players and the attacking players. But, you know, we all know how important Alisson is to Liverpool Football Club. This is a big claim. But then he follows up with Liverpool have not had any bids. Like, it's all right, calm down. There's no bids or anything. You know what I mean? And he continues to be not for sale. He's not for sale. Do you know what I mean? Calm down. There's nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? And he hasn't expressed any desire to leave. So they're to me, they're the watering down of claims. Like, but you know, chill. So, you know, like what they're called, Al Nasr want Liverpool ace, but he don't want to leave, and Liverpool don't want to say. I don't know. Maybe you guys just think, well, maybe that's fair for him to add that. I just think I'm quite experienced with this shit, and that's what I think. I think that's just the classic, like, make a bold claim, but then, you know, let it simmer a little bit. But we'll continue because he might change direction. Remy's chewing a tennis ball at the moment. You don't get this with professional people, do you? Little cunt. Right. But he might go somewhere with this year. I don't know. I've not read it. And the next word is but. So he's brought us down. Can you fuck off? I wish you could see what he looks like right now. It's absolutely different. But Al Nassr reckon they can come up with an offer that both club and player find hard to refuse. So he's saying Al Nassr, you know, how does he know that? So the suggestion here is, or the common sense thing here is, well, someone there said that to him, right? They also believe they can capitalise on Alisson's relationship with Firmino in particular to tempt the 6'4" stopper out to Saudi Arabia with yet another monster pay packet for a top-flight player. The two Brazilians' wives are understood. This is like where they start putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5. The two Brazilians' wives are understood to be friendly, with positive first impressions from player wives in the Middle East resonating favourably with others back in England. Al Nassr have been keen to land Alisson's superstar quality, as Rafa would say, quality, to replace current Saudi Arabian international Nawar Al-Aqidi. Never heard of him. You heard of him, Remy? Who's 23, even before Monday's 2-1 defeat to Steven Gerrard's Al-Ettifaq. Firmino scored an hat-trick on his debut. So what? Last Friday, while Alisson helped Liverpool to an opening weekend draw at Chelsea, losing him would destabilise Liverpool's plans to challenge Man City for the Premier League title before they even got off the ground. Ooh, scary. I want to see how he ends. I want to see the last paragraph as to whether it's like, but don't worry about it. Let's see. I have no idea. Alisson has been an impressive mainstay for Liverpool. Blah, blah, blah. He's telling us now how fucking important he is to Liverpool and how much of a big loss it would be to Liverpool to lose him, which it fucking would, obviously. Anyway, and then he waffles on. Jurgen Klopp has already lost 2 of his main midfield targets to Chelsea in Caicedo and Lavia. Meanwhile, Neymar is the latest name to take his talents to the Saudi Pro League, now to do with us. Blah, blah, blah. The Brazil forwards adds to the list of world football to turn his back on him. Blah, 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 blah. No, I will never get this is just about Neymar. So it's gone off onto Neymar, so it didn't really end on anything to do with what's he called? With Alisson. I forgot his fucking name already, so what I'm like with my memory. Now, there was one other thing that I wanted to touch on with this, and this was another article or articles that have been circulating with the quote, the suggestion, you know, like tempted by this new challenge. Let's focus on that. Alisson Becker tempted by this new challenge, and this is someone else regurgitating a load of shite which has come from Foot Mercato, and according to the report from them, the Brazilian goalkeeper is tempted by this new challenge, with Al Nassr being very interested in the keeper, blah blah blah. So, and they go over the same shite that we just read in the original article, you know, to do with that was in the Mirror. So you know, as a Liverpool supporter now, you know, us, whatever, we have to say, like, is there any truth in it? Like, well, Alisson's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, right? How old is he? Let's have a look. I don't know how old he is, so he's not that old as far as goalkeepers go, is he? Let's have a look. Alisson, Becker. He's 30 years of age, guys. All right? And there's people watching this video thinking, why am I watching this fat fucker throw a tennis ball around for a dog? He's a rescued dog. We've got to give him some attention. Do you know what I mean? Someone dumped him in a bin when he was a little puppy, and Muggins here adopted him because he felt sorry for him, didn't he? Yeah. Fucking big regret. Anyway, he's at the top of his game. You know what I mean? Like, he's at the top of his game. And I would even have said that about the likes of like Fabinho and stuff like that. But I think for a goalkeeper, he's got a lot of years left in him. And I mean, yeah, money talks, guys, doesn't it? Money talks. But it says a lot about these players, really, doesn't it, in their motives, if they want to go, to that league when they're at their, when they're still at the top of their game. Like, I'm surprised with Jordan Henderson, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, he could have still cut it in the top flight, but he was getting to the end. Like another year or two, maybe. He'd have slowed down a lot more. So you can understand players going out to these. We used to have the MLS before, didn't we? That used to be the big talking point. And now, Saudi and all that. You can understand it, but these players are already stinking rich. You can only spend so much fucking money. I don't get it, mate. Honestly, I don't. If I had millions in bank, do people really think like that? Am I naive? Like, even if I had $1 million in bank, I think, well, that's my kids, all right. They're sorted. I can do what I want to do reasonably in life. You know what I mean? People talk about, oh yeah, but then the families are set up for life and all that. It's like, hang on a minute, these footballers, they've got more than $1 million in the bank. So there's something seriously fucking wrong if their families aren't set up for life in the first place. So I get it, but I just could not see. I could imagine Mo Salah going out there, right? Not this year, but I can imagine him going out there. Fabinho, okay, fair enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sick of talking about Saudi Pro League, to be honest with you. Not that I am not anti-Saudi Pro League for a start. It's nothing to do with that. We're running a draw on here. We did a draw on here the other day just for a bit of a laugh, where a lot of the people that watch my content on here, entered the draw, and we've all got a Saudi. I picked a Saudi Pro League team just for this season for a bit of a giggle, and that's it's the big talking thing. And it's actually proving to be quite funny. Don't have a problem with the Saudi Pro League. Don't have a problem with them stepping up and throwing money into the game, because for years the Premier League thinks they can do what they want. So it's good to see people fucking crying about it, to be honest with you, in the game, in the English game. Like the English, some of these, I'm not going to name them, but some players, even former players of Liverpool that work in the media, running the mouths about how dare a Saudi Pro League, do this to us, sort of thing. So I'm all for it, and I'm not going to get into the politics of the region either, because, I think the West is fucking hypocritical anyway. So it's not because, when I say I'm sick of hearing about it, it's not because of the Saudi Pro League. I'm sick of hearing about the talk of players possibly leaving Liverpool, being linked with exits, because I want to see us signing players. And as you know, it's been one of the most fucked up summers ever with Liverpool Football Club, and I'm waiting for something to give. And do you know what, guys? I do think by the time the window closes, I think, we'll be all right. I'm trying to convince myself that, right? There's no way in a million years that we will go into, I was going to say go into next season, which is already fucking started now. There's no way we will continue with that squad, as Rafa would say, with the squad that we have. It's just impossible. And football supporters are very fickle. They flip-flop. I don't flip-flop. I stick with my opinions. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But what I mean by that is get one good signing over the line today and everyone forgets all the misery. Oh, that's it, we're great. These owners are fantastic, as Brendan Rodgers would say. Oh, he's here. I don't know if you can see him or not. Look, he's here. Look, he's attacking me with his tennis ball. Fucking really annoying. Do you know what? Before I started recording this video, right, he was just laid down there doing nothing. But as soon as I start talking to you guys, he gets a little bit jealous. He's like a woman. You know what I mean? He's like a woman. Right, that's it. I won't be concerned with the Alisson Becker to Saudi Arabia stuff. I just wouldn't. He's at the top of his game. Like, he doesn't come across to me as someone that is dictated to by money. I don't know. I mean, I watched some of the Saudi Pro League stuff at the weekend, and I was like, it's not exactly the Premier League, is it? Which is fine, but I don't know. If he was a lot older, then maybe. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, but I feel like we're waffling for the sake of fucking waffling now, so let's end the video. All right, guys, yeah. I think I'm still half asleep, to be honest with you. But do you know what? Maybe I'm just making an excuse for, yeah, I'm a little bit tired, my eyes sore and everything. But do you know what? I can make videos all day fucking long. The problem is, it's just so fucking doomy and gloomy at the moment. And we had that little lift last week. It's a joke in there somewhere. About the Casado situation. And it lifted the mood for a little bit. And now we're back down again. But it will return. It will return, guys, honestly. It will return. It has to. And I'm looking forward to just like, I just want the transfer window to close. But I say that every summer. But this summer is it is ridiculous. Right, so that's it. I won't pay any attention to Darren fucking Lewis, that is for sure. Maybe they have, maybe he's been totally genuine, all right? I'm not suggesting 1 minute he's telling porkies. Maybe someone's had a word in his ear and said, no, we would like to sign Alisson, Becker. Well, there's a lot of things I'd like to do in life, but it ain't going to happen. No, I just don't see that one being any truth in that one whatsoever. So, okay, I'm going to continue. I'll be back with you shortly, I hope. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. So, thumbs up the video if you thought it was worth watching. Please leave me a comment. The comments are the most important things. You know what I mean? I like to see what you guys are saying. You posted a lot of comments yesterday. I'm struggling to catch up with them all, to be honest with you. If you really like the video, press the love out button, but I don't think anyone will be buying me a coffee today because I think this video is a bit shite, to be honest. And that's it. So we'll speak in a bit, guys. All right.